For many of our students, they are participating in one of these programs because they are planning to complete a bachelor's degree and they believe that concurrent enrollment classes will help them get a head start. In this video, we will be covering specifically how concurrent enrollment classes apply to a bachelor's degree with a major and how credits transfer to another university or college. To begin, we will first cover the basics of a bachelor's degree. In order to receive a degree from Boise State, students must complete the proper classes that are outlined in their degree requirements table. Boise State degree requirements vary depending on degree type, associate or bachelor, and major. To learn how credits apply, you must first know the different components and vocabulary of a degree. A degree can be broken down into three parts: foundation requirements, major requirements, and elective classes. Foundation requirements are commonly referred to as general education courses, and they are the courses that students need to take regardless of major. Foundation courses are designed to give students a well-rounded education to expand students' ability to think outside the boundaries of a single field. We discussed foundation requirements in Module 3, but to review, here are the foundation requirements once again. On the second tab, you can find the list of approved courses that qualify for each discipline. As a participant in the program, we will focus on you meeting the foundation requirements because regardless of major, all students will need to take these courses. However, each major may have different foundation requirements. Let's take a look at a few examples. This is an example of a business degree. You will see that all the same courses are listed. However, next to the foundation of math, there are specific math classes. This means that rather than students being able to take any of the math courses that are listed on the University Foundation website, a business major limits the available math courses to these four options. Similarly, next to the foundation of social science, principles of macroeconomics is listed to meet the FS requirement. This means that students need to specifically take Econ 201 to fulfill the social science requirement for a business major. To show how these specific foundation requirements vary by major, we are now going to look at an engineering degree. In the engineering degree, there are no specific social science requirements, so you are allowed to take any of the approved social science courses listed on the University Foundation website, but the mechanical engineering degree is very specific with the math and science requirements. A good example to highlight here is that many students may take Chemistry 101 to fulfill the science requirement for dual credit. While this class helps prepares you to be successful in Chemistry 111, which is a more in-depth and higher chemistry level, it does not fulfill the science requirement for this specific degree. The second part of a degree is the major requirements. These are the courses that are specifically relevant to your major. The third and final part of a degree are elective classes. These are courses that are outside of foundation and major requirements. These courses can be specific to a minor, courses that are prerequisite to your foundation or major requirements, or general interest area courses. Each degree requires a different number of elective credits. For example, a business degree allows for 15 elective credits without any restriction on what those elective credits are, whereas a mechanical engineering degree requires that elective credits are upper division mechanical engineering courses. You can see from these two examples how students progress towards their bachelor degree will vary depending on the major they choose. For some students, they may have 2 years of their bachelor's completed. For others, it may be closer to a year completed. Additionally, please keep in mind that 80% of students change their major at least once. We do not expect you to be set on a pathway. We just want you to understand how concurrent classes will apply and impact your future degree. It is important that you work with your Boise State Concurrent Enrollment Academic Advisor to align your dual credit courses with your future goals. Some specific dual credit foundation courses may not be available at all high schools to meet your specific foundation requirements. Your advisor will help ensure that you are taking courses that will prepare you to be successful once you go on to college. There are 2 additional terms related to a bachelor and associate degree curriculum that you need to be aware of when selecting your courses: prerequisites and co-requisites. A prerequisite is a course that you need to successfully complete prior to enrolling in your next course. A great example is that in order to take calculus, Math 170, you first need to complete college algebra and college trigonometry, which is Math 143 and Math 144. For a student who needs calculus for their degree but only has taken Math 143, they have not met the math requirement for their degree, but they have completed the prerequisite to take calculus, which still helps them in their progress towards their degree. A co-requisite is a course required to be completed at the same time as another course. For example, if you take Chemistry 111, you will also need to take Chemistry 111 Lab at the same time. For additional support, you can always refer to How to Read Requirements Table website as a refresher to the content that we covered today. We have also provided a link to the undergraduate degree catalog so that you can explore all the major degree tables. Finally, it is important to understand how the concurrent enrollment courses may transfer to other colleges and universities. In the majority of all classes, your concurrent enrollment credits will transfer to another college or university. How they transfer is a bigger question. The college or university receiving the credit will determine how the credit is applied. Remember the terms from the previous section. Credits may be applied as general education requirements, major requirements, or elective credit depending on the college and what major you choose to study. It is highly recommended that you keep all concurrent enrollment college syllabi. This will help if the college or university you are transferring to says the courses does not meet a requirement that you feel it should. You can then appeal or petition the college or university to review the course again with additional information that you have provided. We also highly encourage you to reach out to any college or universities you are thinking about attending and speaking with them about how credits may transfer from Boise State or other Idaho higher education institutions. As a Boise State program, we are only able to offer advising for Boise State program requirements. Your Boise State Concurrent Enrollment Advisor will discuss how classes that you are taking from College of Western Idaho, Northwest Nazarene University, or any other Idaho higher education institution will transfer to Boise State. Up next, we are going to discuss major exploration opportunities.